Good evening, and warm welcome to News 360 from the News Hub here at Adesawe Kanda in Accra. I am Komla Adom.
And I'm Aisha Yakubu Khalid. Coming up in the bulletin this evening.
News 360 headlines is brought to you by Deluxy Acrylic Paint, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil,
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste,
and Apart Foods.
My Life Insurance.
2 bodies retrieved after canoe accident on River Ofeng at New Achiase in Echimamponua district in Ashanti region.
Also this evening, inhabitants of New Guan district pledged to commit resources towards the development of a district. We'll tell you more.
We'll take you to a shy man in Greater Accra region where a resident is into the manufacture of bicycles, motorbikes and cars from scrap.
And on the international front, Czech President Miloš Zeman taken to hospital amid political upheaval after a surprise opposition win in the parliamentary elections there. We have details of these stories and more, including some sports and entertainment stories, if you stay with us over the next 60 minutes.
We're starting off on a rather sad note because 2 bodies have been retrieved from the Ofeng River at New Achiase in the Echimamponua district of the Ashanti region after a canoe with 9 persons capsized. 4 managed to swim to safety while 3 persons remain missing. Here's a report by Benjamin Edu.
The 9 people were traveling on the canoe to the adjoining communities when the incident happened. Efforts by some residents to save the 5 victims who could not swim were unsuccessful. There had been a downpour which had caused the river to overflow its banks. 3 persons are still missing after the retrieval of the 2 bodies. Madame Naomi Mensah has a son among the victims.
Holly is my son. We don't stay together. I only received a call yesterday morning to hear he drowned in a river.
Daniel Edu is a resident.
When the incident occurred, we tried rescuing the victims, but failed.
New Achiase is a predominantly a farming community.
Now, this evening, let's bring you some updates on the bird flu situation across the country. There's been an outbreak of the disease in the eastern region. We understand that some farms in the eastern region, specifically the Sawam Idwejiri municipality, have recorded some cases there. We also understand that all the birds of these 2 farms have been destroyed and the area has been disinfected. And so let's now bring you the cumulative figures when it comes to the bird flu outbreak across the country. We know that it's not the first time that we're recording an outbreak in the country. Earlier, the Ghana Health Service had told us that a number of regions, 7 of them had recorded cases. And so we have the Greater Accra region, 32 farms have recorded cases of the bird flu outbreak, a total of 33,972 birds in all in the Greater Accra region. Then in the Central region, 5 farms in all, with a total number of 15,707 birds affected. In the Volta region, 2 farms. In the Ashanti region, as many as 12 farms have been affected. And then in the Western North region, at the time of the last update, 1 farm had been affected, with 5,999 birds. In the western region, 1 farm, also in the upper west region, a single farm. And now we're learning about the new outbreak in the eastern region. 2 farms in the Nsawamedwedwiri municipality have recorded cases. We also understand that the birds have been destroyed and disinfection exercises are currently underway.
Now let's move on to some more stories. And Deputy Finance Minister Dr. John Kuma says government has acknowledged public concerns about increasing fuel prices. He tells my colleague William Evansinkum that Cabinet will soon take a decision on the issue.
Ghanaians have expressed concerns about the increasing prices of fuel, which also affects cost of living. Will government consider removing some taxes on the fuel just to reduce burden?
Well, I have heard that concerns. I'm aware of it. Because of the deregulation exercise, government doesn't control. Prices are determined by demand and supply forces. I've heard the Minister of Energy giving indication that it is about time they looked at some of the taxes components and see how the component that government can control, if we can give some reductions. So it's a suggestion on the table, and I believe that very soon Cabinet will take a look at it and the right announcement will come out.
We'll definitely keep an eye on that. But inhabitants of Sancho Kofi, Akpafu, Lolobi and Likpe have pledged to commit their resources to develop Ghana's 261st District Assembly. The new District Assembly on Friday, October 8, elected the member for Lolobi Kumasi electoral area, Bright Kenneth Noviowo, as its first presiding member.
After years of anxiety and uncertainty, the 4 traditional areas, namely Sancho Kofi, Akpafu, Lolobi and Likpe in the Oti region, now have administrative structures. On Friday, October 8, the new Guan District Assembly sat for the first time. The 13 elected assembly members and 6 government appointees, after taking their oath of office, undertook their first major duty by voting to elect a presiding member. The member for Lolobi Kumasi electoral area, Bright Kenneth Noviewu, secured 19 yes votes from members present. A district chief executive is yet to be nominated by the president.
After today, we should tread in unity and harmony and confront the future with a united front devoid of malice and divisions. I want to appeal to our traditional leaders to see and treat the assembly with all the recognition it deserves and not exercise excessive control and influence on the staff of the assembly, which is likely to affect their performance.
The impact of this new district will be felt if the assemblies work with one voice with the traditional authorities and the citizens to tap or harness the resources, both financial and human, so that development will be accelerated in this area.
But a significant story behind the Guan district is the willingness of citizens to support the cause of development. This edifice housing the assembly hall is a private residence. This is not all. Many other individuals and leaders within the 4 traditional areas have similar offers to speed up the development of a new district,
which among others included the building of consensus for the siting of the district capital, the location for the establishment of department and agency, identification of infrastructure deficits in the area, and the holding of consultations and engagement with the people and other stakeholders to achieve a unity of purpose and preparation towards this inauguration. We cannot also overlook the immense contribution of certain individuals, both behind the scene and in the open.
The launch saw the local government ministry presented the office equipment and 2 pickup vehicles to the new assembly to commence work. Now, the clampdown on illegal mining operations in forest reserves is paying off. The Chief Executive Officer of the Forestry Commission, John Alote, in an interview with the media after touring the Western North region, noted that many forest reserves have been rid of illegal miners. Here's a report sent in by my colleague Benjamin Edu.
Early this year, government deployed more than 400 military officers to rid forest reserves and riverbanks of illegal mining operations in an exercise dubbed Operation Halt. It targeted water bodies including Pra, Ofin and Ankobra. Armed security officers destroyed over 30 excavators, water pumping machines, dredgers and other mining equipment. The commission was confronted with an invasion of forest reserves until the intervention. Speaking to the media after his two-day working visit to the Western North region, the Chief Executive Officer of the Forestry Commission, John Alote, noted that the presence of the military officers in the forest reserves has contributed immensely towards warding off galamsey operators from forest reserves.
We are looking at the corridor, the corridor from the Bonan region through the Hafu to the Western North. That is a very critical corridor where a lot of illegalities are happening, and we want to be able to put in measures to be able to, curtail those illegalities around those areas. And we need to engage more. You don't want to just sit in Accra and write a directive and then hope that it will happen. We need to come down and then engage the people and know what exactly is happening.
The tour took him to Green Ghana project sites in the region, traditional councils and degraded forest reserves. The paramount chief of Sehuwioso traditional area, Ketechi Kwesi Bumangama, pledged his support towards the activities of the Forestry Commission.
I'm asking residents who want to engage in timber business to follow the right protocol, because I will not allow you to abuse the system. And any chief who will get involved in any illegal act, I will call for his arrest.
Meanwhile, the Forestry Commission has developed a mobile app to aid routine field screening of timber and timber products. The sustainable use of natural resources, including forests, is a key component of the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals Agenda 2030.
The mobile app Xylorix Pocketwood is to aid timber inspectors across the country. The new device is capable of validating claims of the legality and identity of timber during extraction, processing and grading. The introduction coincided with a wood identification training workshop for over 200 timber inspectors from Kumasi, Takrady and Accra.
It's able to identify the species no matter where it comes from. Recently at the port where the minister went and opened containers that came from Nigeria, the color was different from the rose we have in Ghana. But with this app, we're able to identify that it was rosewood. So no matter where it is grown, the anatomical features don't change. And this app helps you to identify them, and it's going to be helpful for sustainable forest management and the wise utilization of our forest resources.
Head of Division, Wood and Industry Utilization Research Institute of Ghana is Dr. Emmanuel Ibanyele.
It's also to train the timber dealers and the wood markets, because you also have to know the names of the species they are dealing with, so that you can use wood more efficiently and therefore protect our forests.
The United States Forest Service and UNIDO funded international partnership to improve timber tracking and timber forensics in the Ghanaian timber industry funded the training.
Time now for one of our interesting stories lined up tonight. There have been some ambitious Ghanaians lately flexing their engineering skills against all odds. 38-year-old Ibrahim Spider has gone into the manufacture of bicycles, motorbikes and carts in spite of grave challenges. My colleague George Quening was at his Ashaiman, New York workshop and has come through with this fascinating report.
Born Ibrahim Sumaila, Ibrahim Spider has been passionate about engineering since his infancy. He tells me the journey has never been easy, but certainly worth it. From his days as a bicycle mechanic to a welder, hardships he encountered include inadequate funds to pursue his education. But that did not deter him.
I can see that something is inside me that moves me, and thanks to God, I don't do it for it to spoil. I get it the way I want. Maybe if I don't get it 100%, always, by the grace of God, I get it.
He recalls when people used to mock him and not see any worth in his innovations, particularly during the early stages.
We shouldn't discourage our talent, because Sometimes you'll be doing, sometimes, beginning when I started the stuff, I overheard people. You hear some sort of insults and all that.
Scraps are his raw materials. He manufactures bicycles, motorbikes and carts from scratch. This innovation here is called Spider. It was built from the scratch here in Ghana. And if you're a lover of motorbikes, you can clearly tell it's got the basic specifications of Harley-Davidson, one global brand. His latest innovation is a cart which took him a month to put together. What is expected now are finishing touches to add some look and feel, even though it moves perfectly. Ghana, he strongly maintains, has all it takes to compete with global brands in the automotive industry.
I'm just using simple grinding tools. And I'm still trying to do something to help, especially disabled people. So seriously, if I'm resourced or if I'm well established, I think we can do well. We can do more and even export.
But one agenda he wants to push is for parents to allow their children pursue their passion, even if it is technical and vocational oriented. Paul Lawe-Goji is disabled and has benefited from Ibrahim Spider's innovation. He can now move with ease, which hitherto was impossible without Ibrahim Spider's alteration of the motorbike.
I've been spoke with the chairman for the Person with Disability Association as chairman. He was here to look at what he's doing. We try sorting for sponsorship, where he'll be giving some money or be giving some materials and resources to maybe manufacture such things like this for people with disability, to take them off the street.
According to a latest report by Model Intelligence, Ghana's automotive market was valued at $4 billion in 2020 and is expected to reach $11 billion by 2026, owing to the increase in made-in-Ghana automobiles initiated by Kantanka in 2016. With the emergence of geniuses like Ibrahim Spider, Kevin Odate Cruikshank, the JHS graduate who manufactured his own car in September last year, and others yet to hit the limelight, surely Ghana's automotive industry will be one to reckon with. For automobile consultant Emmanuel Ike Awumi, government's conscious effort to make technical and vocational training appealing to the youth will be a game changer.
TVET should be sensitive and go in tandem with Ministry of Education in trying to find ways of promoting students from desiring technical vocational education programs, rather than just thinking that it's only the university education that can make us look better.
He expects government to review its stake in agreement with foreign automobile companies that operate in Ghana.
It's not just about bringing them in for the benefit of the economic potentials we'll gain from them in terms of the taxes and the few jobs they will create, but the knowledge that they can transfer, that will stay, should they even decide to leave.
Although Ibrahim Spider could have lost interest in what he's doing if he had listened to naysayers, he does not want the younger generation to face similar ordeal. He wants society to motivate and grow talent rather than killing them. Global automobile brands will continue to make their names. But for Ibrahim Sumaila, if government consciously pays attention to technical and vocational education in the country, enviable brands will emanate in Ghana. It's just a matter of time. Josh Crane in TV3 News, New York, Ashaman.
Trust George Queening to give you.
Yeah, that's a very fascinating report, especially
Absolutely.
as we see, individuals being innovative, with little or no support at all doing such great jobs. I think they need a lot of support.
Yes, he did speak about funding, and I think that it will go a long way in helping him as well, because he is helping PWDs as well, and that's great.
That's great.
Great work there, Ibrahim Spider. Let's move away from that. Government missed its 2020 target at ensuring that 10% renewable energy was added to Ghana's electricity generation mix, having achieved only 0.8%. Secretary of the Association of Ghana Solar Industries, Ejeni Boateng, blamed the setback on policies and regulations which are rather stifling solar development in the country. Here's another report by George Queening.
Ghana relies primarily on hydro and thermal energy. Over the years, concerns of alternative energy sources have been raised. Renewable energy sources have been identified as one of the promising options for Ghana's energy security. In 2003, government was ambitious to increase the percentage of renewable energy in the country's electricity supply mix to 10% by 2020 under the Renewable Energy Development and Management Program, but missed the target. At a roundtable meeting of engineering, procurement and construction companies in solar energy, it was revealed that current policies and regulations are rather stifling the development of solar in Ghana.
Currently in the C&I sector, among factories, industries, bulk consumers of electricity, if you're going to install solar there, government has issues with it, which we feel it is not right.
Stakeholders are concerned about the production of solar mini-grid being limited to government-led activities.
So far, about 5 of our giants, we've seen them exit the market or are on their way exiting. And some have left to Liberia, some have left to Sierra Leone because of the situation in the system. If it continues like that, then it threatens over 700 jobs. And this must be of concern.
Head of Solar Jubali Bros, Samson Amanyo-Zexin, explained solar is one of the surest mode of renewable energy and fighting global warming.
Solar is a key part that has been identified by the UNFCCC as a key ingredient that we can use to reduce the global warming issues that are happening.
Ghana's solar energy potential is estimated at 35 exajoules.
Let's run this very special story by you as well. As the focus of education shifts from textbook learning to practical application of concepts, schools are adopting ways of shaping their students to become globally functional citizens. In Ghana, one man is helping in his own small way through a debating society, training students to be more critical in their approach to the art of debating. My colleague Komla Adom went to meet him.
It's the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Eric Asamoah, founder of a debating society which prioritizes critical thinking, is taking his students through a few lessons virtually.
How important we need to use things like numbers to be able to carry our audience with us. We talked about how you must always first introduce the ideas you want to discuss in your speech.
Eric, who returned from South Africa where he witnessed firsthand the art of debating, is on the move to coach as many students as possible to take on the challenge.
It was a bit different from what I was used to. It was very complicated. Here they were not talking about whether something is good or bad, but then they were debating as if they were parliamentarians in proposing laws, finding solutions to problems, and engaging it. So I fell in love with that. I came to Ghana. One thing I noticed is that our high school level, there was just too much focus on grades. There were like people joined the debate society, right? But they had learned to speak good English and be more confident. That one I give them. But usually the real part of critical thinking is lost.
He wants to help build a future of people who are able to think, innovate, and come up with ideas to solve the country's problems. He has since his return coached teams from the University of Ghana, KNUST, and other senior high schools who have gone on to achieve great laurels.
In South Africa, I met the first ever Ghanaian teams to represent their universities at the Pan-African University Debate Championship. That was the very first time any Ghanaian university had taken part. They're from University of Ghana and then KNUST, somewhere in 2012. So I got talking with them and they told me about the state of debating here and all that. So when I came here, those are the people that I started working with in helping to go to the high schools and things like that. But my organization is more focused on the high schools, like at the young level, in order so that we can make critical thinking, expression, right, a culture in our society.
Beyond helping Ghana make its first appearance at the World Debating Championship in 2020 through some of his students, Eric and his Speech Forces team are looking to normalize the art of debating, which goes beyond speaking good English.
Given that problems are always enormous and states have a very difficult way of balancing it, any alternative system where someone comes to aid the state, we think that is very, very good.
Karim, Duke Opoku-Mensah, Caleb Kuda, they are all a function of that university debate that I met the KNUST and UG guys from the Pan-African University Championship. At the core of what we want to do is to be able to have a future generation of leaders that prioritize thinking, right? Thinking, because when we think, we can solve problems. When we think, we avoid conflicts. When we think, we are able to innovate.
He envisages a future for the Ghana national debate team he has formed to change the narrative and break barriers, even though the cooperation from some schools has been underwhelming.
When we were struggling getting any school, but PSEC was the school that at least welcomed us. Started with them, we were training their kids. The university debate circuit, not just in Africa, even in the world, is dominated by most of the PSECans that came from there, right? Some of them have won the Pan-African University Championship. They've gone to represent their schools at the world universities as well and all that. So they are doing quite well for themselves. Other schools like Chimota has also been supportive a bit. But I would say the level of support hasn't been as I had expected when I was starting.
Eric Asamoah and his team of young minds are helping raise a generation of thinkers. A group of students at a time, they are contributing their quota in an unconventional way. Komla Adom, TV3 News, Accra. You're still watching News 360 here on TV3. We're taking a quick break. We have more stories if you stay with us.
Hey, customer! 1 minute. Kweku sharp. It's off from my dear baby. Oh, sharp cry. Hey, Antigone, and then road that she's go. Kweku sharp. Oh, wait, dear, oh, yeah. On Tessa Bacon or the Mississippi Johnny. Since I Vodafone cash. What is any insurance? I boom over my feature some. And no one is our phone. No dial *462 hash. No register. Get me and sir. So dial *462 hash. Now register. No one chase the capital our person this year or something. If you turn Ghana airport. What science in your life insurance? Over my future. Accident. And also what to my future baby. Sika ketu every to say true Ghana cities. I would back out savings money. Any my future idea. Ayo. My future about my no meal. For phone, na dial *462 hash. I will Vodafone so never come home. My future. Obini watch now 70. Fabicie.
Vodafone so one out to me my future, my life, and the Millennium Insurance and the Brewer.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey,
look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobat, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop.
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
Can you picture? Jack, boy, I don't know.
Is that not your wife?
Or call him. Every time your children are falling sick, you don't have money.
Stop, everyone! Baby.
Stop.
What's setting me beer for tonight? You know I like that sweet-scented insecticide spray. Little bit of the porch. Now the beer pity living room hall. Bedroom what do you hear? Me love you, me baby.
Although you're dead.
Of course, I take very good care of my wife and children. So I always win. If you want to protect your family against mosquitoes, there's still this sweet-scented perfume coil now. I repel mosquitoes. And the spray also sweet-scented. It kills all crawling and flying insects. Heaven insecticide. Oh, sharp no. Prevention is always better than Maunsanka or Heaven insecticide spray. And in the coil, if you say heaven, dear,
this advertisement has been vetted and approved by the...
Whenever Princess starts, the neighbors do complain that her voice and the beats are too loud. Who is scared of the voices of tomorrow's superstars?
You are special in your way. It's me, like no other. No one else can do like you. It's me.
Must be a neighbor.
You special in your way. It's me. Like no other. No one else can do it like you. It's me. Like no other.
Here's to all amazing moms who identify and nurture the uniqueness in our kids.
Indomie instant noodles tastes great. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all, because I have Cleansoft. Use new Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful. Cleansoft, my favorite. Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, clean all.
I rather your humble servant do my back. And I tightness of crowd into me. That's why Jimmy. My 277. Was here, Missa, had the Maya. Papa, to go miss so. 2020 was a very tough year. 2021, dear, mafia. First, me talk about Gary Kitwebi. Say the concrete and casa and the medicum. Papa, in the system, no wire ding. Has been so dear, but me, I am a kama. I am young palm, the Miamato. Show me a miracle.
It's showering cash with a grand prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis in the Airtel Tigo Tugumisu promo. Top up, do so much more on Airtel Tigo and earn points to win lots of cash. Dial star 500 hash and recharge 5 Ghana cedis to also win data and call minutes. Get Airtel Tigo.
I tell Tigo, no, my dear.
You're welcome back. Now, many young menstruating girls are still unable to access safe and hygienic sanitary towels. To mark International Day for the Girl Child, Inspire Today Foundation, with support from some individuals and corporate institutions, presented sanitary pads to more than 2,000 female students at Dodowa here in the Greater Accra region. The NGO is further calling for government to reduce taxes on sanitary pads so that the girl child can have a dignified menstruation.
The Shai Osudoku district, located in the eastern part of the Greater Accra region, has 12 clusters of schools. Access to sanitary pads for most of the girls remains a luxury.
My mom finds it very difficult to provide such things. So I have some people that they are at my area that they help in providing it for me.
When you come to school and you sit down, you don't feel comfortable. Small, when you get up, you look at your back to see if there's something at your back or...
Girls whose parents or guardians are unable to afford sanitary pads use all kinds of materials, including newspapers.
The people that we are staying with them, they need to know the impact that those rags and these tissues are having in our lives, especially as a schoolgirl. They need education too as well.
Through Inspire Today Foundation and with support from individuals and some corporate institutions, more than 2,000 girls were covered.
Now that we are sharing the sanitary pads, at least some of us can get it so that we can use it and stop the embarrassment. Sometimes, last time in our class, somebody saw herself and people were laughing at her.
I am very impressed, and I can assure you that these girls will never forget what we have done today. It is the most remarkable day for them.
The Ghana Chamber of Mines and the 8 Purple Peach project was one of the partners.
The girl child has lots of challenges, and especially in deprived communities like this. The least the Chamber of Mines can do is to step in this way to support their education.
Fresh Look Eye Center also used the occasion to screen beneficiaries.
We screened more than 300 girls, and about 1/3 of them had refractive errors, so we would have to follow up with them and get them the necessary help.
Founder of Inspire Today, Etonam Say, expressed gratitude to all the institutions such as Roma Africa, Farmer Ghana Limited, EdFarm, Allah Foods and GB Pharma, which supported the program.
We started with about 100 girls, and then we moved to about 300, and then 1,000. Today we are taking care of over 2,000 girls. That should tell you the magnitude of problems we have in this area. So if you're an individual or corporate institution and your corporate social responsibility is aligned, we call on you to come on board and support this project so that the young girl can have a dignified menstruation.
Inspire Today Foundation is a social intervention and network organization nurturing a nationwide movement of female leaders through concerted effort at achieving Sustainable Development Goal 3 and 5, geared towards promoting good health and well-being and enforcing gender equality.
Great job there by Inspire Today. Now, WhatsApp will stop working on old smartphones in a couple of days, leaving millions of people unable to use the app. Some 43 models, both Android and iOS, notably the iPhone 6s, will be unable to use the encrypted messaging service. My colleague Emmanuel Samani has been finding out what this means for retailers and end users.
The messaging platform removes support for a range of old smartphone models come November 1, meaning millions could be left without access to messages, photos, and videos from loved ones.
Some of the world's most powerful phones of their time, such as the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6s, would no longer support Facebook's own WhatsApp, the world's most used messaging app. But what does this mean, really, for end users and people in the retail trade?
It's going to affect our business because mostly we have even gotten some of the phones, the 5S, the 5SE, and the 6. We have maybe the prices they give it to us. We have to reduce the prices, so we lose a lot of money for now. So we are even telling the Apple people to do it next year, because this year it worries us, because we will lose a lot of money.
For some, they may need to upgrade their mobile devices, and for others, they simply don't care.
I have my budgets, I have my run-ins, I have how I want to communicate. So probably if I won't get to you on WhatsApp, I call you. Telegram, Google, there are lots of it. So, I mean, WhatsApp will not force me to get a new iPhone.
WhatsApp, one of the most downloaded apps of the decades, first warned users that the changes would happen back in 2017 and was fined $276 million after it was found to have breached EU data regulations. WhatsApp indicated that the move was necessary in order to protect the security of its users. Now the question is, what would you do if your phone is in that category?
Obviously, it needs to be done drastically. So if it calls for change, then yeah, I just have to try and save small for it, because it looks like they are not thinking about us as it stands now, but we don't have anything to do.
The most obvious answer is paying for an upgrade. But if you're not ready for an upgrade, then you would have to back up your message history to Google Drive or iCloud, depending on which platform you use, either iOS or Android.
Yeah. Wait.
How much?
600 CDs.
Calm down.
Oh, why? So government support WhatsApp, so you'll make a calm down.
I do to the updates. So this one they do WhatsApp these days. So for calm down small bit.
You give me 400 and take.
I'll give you 300.
Oh no, 400 be okay. 300. Okay.
Now this one they do WhatsApp again.
Okay, you bring 300.
For now.
Well, the implications are quite clear. This move by Apple and WhatsApp would really affect business here at Tiptoe Lane. From the phone hub here at Circle, reporting for TV3 News, Emmanuel Samani.
So that report there by Emmanuel Samani. I'm sure I can access WhatsApp on mine. I'm not sure about yours.
Mine too. I believe mine, of course,
yeah,
mine can.
Relax first. We know. We know. You're still watching News 360 here from the News Hub. We have sports if you stay with us after this break.
UMB Speed Up presents 10 steps to stay safe. If you can, stay home. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water. Keep alcohol-based hand sanitizer close for frequent use. If you must go out, maintain a safe distance of at least 1 meter from the next person. Cough or sneeze with your mouth and nose covered with tissue, or bend your elbow while doing so. Avoid handshakes or hugs. Keep a mental note of people you have come into contact with or places you've been to. Avoid touching your face with unwashed hands. Drink a lot of fluids and boost your immune system with fruits and vegetables. Bank whenever, wherever with UMB Speed Up. UMB Speed Up. Digibank. Let's go.
The show was a jar of bar anyone conquering dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria.
Lufat. Lufat.
Indeed, woman malaria and want to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a cope.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a two malaria sententem.
FDA, Ashasa, a Jedi Cratway Ajatum say.
Salaria, let's be it now. Yes. Wow. At 72, I still receive salary alerts because I made the best decision to invest a lump sum into the retirement salary.
Invest a lump sum today in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life, funeral cover, and the option of signing on with a spouse. Please call Old Mutual today, 050-453-4333. Me feel ahotonkwa. Old Mutual, 176 years of doing great things.
It's the Junior Brand Festival. We've got all your favorite brands from our official stores in one place. Upgrade your home. Get your wardrobe updated and get real savings from real brands. Jumia, your everyday delivered. It's the Jumia Brand Festival. We've got all your favorite brands from our official stores in one place. Products for your kids, groceries for your home, and get real savings from real brands. Jumia, your everyday delivered. Is brought to you by
Cal Kids Toothpaste.
Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
It's time for sports on News 360. I am Aniela Alute. We begin with the Black Stars and Thomas Partey, who started out in a deep midfield role in Ghana's 3-1 win over Zimbabwe in the FIFA World Cup qualifier on Saturday, scored his 11th goal in 33 appearances for the Black Stars. Asked after the game whether he preferred the advanced role, Partey said that it depended on the coach's instructions.
I think it's the decision of the coach. He knows where every player on the pitch can play. We started with me behind because we have a lot of talent ahead who can score goals, and I think as time goes on, we see that they get tired, and that's when the coach made a second change for Baba to come in, and then I push forward. Where I can help the national team, I'm ready to sacrifice everything. I don't mind defending, I don't mind attacking, but every time I have to play in Ghana, I'm ready to sacrifice everything and play in any position.
Goal. It needed a moment of magic. Perfect placement in his shot.
The Black Stars will be arriving in Harare later tonight for the game on Tuesday, but fans in Ghana are still buzzing from the first victory over Zimbabwe.
Oh, it's been awesome. If you look at the first half, they've played very well. Looking at the tactics, the 4-4-2 as compared to the previous one, you could see the players understand each other. Right from the defense, the midfield, and the attack, they correlate, so you can see the cohesion. Yeah.
Game, and for now I feel our striker, the guy who came in, Benjamin Tete, he's very good. So he has to just work on his finishing and footwork, because he was able to bring the ball down and play very well. You understand? Because Jordan has not been in a very good form from Crystal Palace till now. So we need a very good striker who will be doing more of the finishing. And the boys were excellent. We just hope for a good game. That's on Tuesday, right?
Milo, this is Coach Milo, natural Milo, Milo with no fiber, authentic Milo, not the Boko Haram coach CK Akono. Yeah, this is Milo. Thank you.
Some interesting reactions there. Now, still on the World Cup qualifiers, Kama Billiards will be available for selection when Zimbabwe hosts Ghana on Tuesday at the National Sports Stadium in Harare. The 31-year-old playmaker is a key member of the Zimbabwe squad, having netted 17 goals in 43 appearances. The Kaizer Chiefs FC star was suspended for the Cape Coast game after receiving yellow cards against South Africa and Ethiopia earlier this month. However, Billiard trained with the team while in Ghana, and Coach Norman will be using him against the Black Stars. Heading over to the Nations League, Italy withstood a late Belgium fight back to return to winning ways and claim third. Nicolo Barella and Domenico Berardi scored as Italy beat Belgium 2-1 in the Nations League third place playoff in Turin. After a goalless first
no.
I can't stand it.
Just a moment. And now power, huh?
Yeah!
Oh, yeah, Jack Macron, no more. It's you cannot guess it there. Hey, you contumely. What a clean tomato sauce, I want to be. And a pasadine for box with salad. Hey, you stew and a jollofa. Never to the one that don't know it though. Or to that. And the ball of here, or made to bunny a doa. You want a pass my sauce? Check for you, sir. Oh, more tasty. And a baked beans for the breakfast. Let's all a salad in the mouth. Oh, she and a tuna. We can puffle. Let's all a salad in the mouth. Oh, taste good. And a pan dairy creamer for box with so kinsey oats, na cremitino. You and a spaghetti. Talia Papa B. Mansunin Sijadu Re. Nafa and a spaghetti no gum. Who and a pataliano are you ready for watching on you with you? So I am not no so
Whenever Princess starts, the neighbors do complain that her voice and the beats are too loud. Who is scared of the voices of tomorrow's superstars?
You special in your way. It's me, like no other. No one can do it like you. It's me.
Must be a neighbor.
You special in your way. It's me. Like no other. No one can do it like you. It's me. Like no other.
Here's to all amazing moms who identify and nurture the uniqueness in our kids.
Indomie instant noodles tastes great. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back. Time now to find out the latest news making headlines beyond our borders.
Czech President Miloš Zeman has been taken to hospital amid political upheaval after a surprise opposition win in parliamentary elections. The 77-year-old is a heavy smoker and former heavy drinker who uses a wheelchair and suffers from diabetes. He was due to lead talks on forming a new government after Saturday's vote. Dozens of Afghan girls with promising football careers who fled the Taliban have been told they can come to the UK to be resettled along with their families. The 35-member squad, aged 13 to 19, fled Kabul last month and have been staying for the past few weeks in a hotel in Pakistan, where their temporary visas were due to expire on Monday. Pope Francis has met a Colombian nun who was freed on Saturday by Islamists in Mali after more than 4 years as a hostage, a Vatican spokesman has said. After traveling to Rome, Gloria Cecilia Naves met the Pope on Sunday before the celebration of a Mass. The nun was taken hostage in 2017 while working as a missionary in Kutiala, about 400 kilometers, approximately 248 miles east of Mali's capital, Bamako.
Let's now look at some entertainment news.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Puma Drinks.
Celebrated Ghanaian gospel icon Dinah Hamilton picked up the topmost award at the 5th edition of the Ghana Music Awards UK. The gospel singer beat 7 other contenders to emerge Artist of the Year. Here are highlights of the event held at Royal Regency in London on October 9.
Powered by Alodia Promotion, the annual Ghana Music Awards UK
and is some deserving musicians for contributing immensely towards the music industry in Ghana and overseas. The fun-packed night lined up some of Ghana's finest showstoppers, including Miss Bell, Akwabwa, Kofi Jama, Kweku Darlington, Dinah Hamilton. With over 30 categories, the epic and historic night honored musicians for contributing in the music industry.
So this is for Stoneboy. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here tonight. Watch out for his concert in November. He's running free concert in the UK. Big up Big Nation worldwide. Bim! We thank God for all the SM fans that support me. Champion!
Akwabwa took home High Life Artist of the Year and High Life Song of the Year awards. New Artist of the Year, Mr. Dew. Other winners of the night include Medical, Shatawali, Kidi, Reggie and Boli. The ultimate award for the night, Artist of the Year, went to gospel icon Dinah Hamilton.
Great stuff. Congratulations to all winners on the night. And that's all from us on News 360 tonight. Do log on to 3news.com to catch more news on there. My name is Aisha Yakubu Hali.
And I am Komla Adom. Remember to keep watching TV3. We are the first in news and best in entertainment.
Try to plan your meals for the week, so that's breakfast, lunch, supper, and your snacks, so that you can stick to your calorie allowance. Hop on the Fat to Fit train and lose weight the right way. Let go! Eating at regular times during the day helps you burn calories faster and reduces the